Okay, I am going to encourage younger women and maybe some older women to find a change of heart as far as what it means to go through pregnancies and dealings with different people like family members and so forth. Um, some people don't realize that people have value. Yes, people do. I mean, simple little things. You don't have to do fancy things, really. Amazingly, miraculously, time and spending time with God can help people find reality about the value of human life. It'll show God Himself wants you to love your neighbor as yourself, and that includes um, literal neighbors that you live close to, um, family member neighbors, and unborn children neighbors. Okay? So, I would just want to encourage you to make good choices. I've been through different things. I've been through some scary choices. It's just like, I've had to go through pregnancies that didn't work. Um, in fact, one pregnancy was even past 22 weeks, and it was pretty scary. I had to make some pretty scary choices. I understand. Totally. But I would like every woman to make the best choices and not to think that her body is some toy. I want her to make the best choices, okay? Not to be scared of what other people think, okay? First of all, let's start with get out a notebook, okay? And just write down these things after I ask these questions, okay? Number 1, write the first letter of the father of the baby here. Of course, a woman should know the father of the baby and his name, okay? Next one, write the first letter of your biological father here. If you know them, if you grew up with them, the biological father. Maybe some people were adopted or whatever, something went on. But write the the mother of the child's biological father here. Write the first letter of your biological mother here. If you know, okay? If you weren't adopted, then you should know. Okay, next. Write the first letter of your grandparents. Grandparent or grandparents. Here. Write it next. Next, write the first letter of your preschool teacher. As you would remember them, what they were named, if you remember that. Or your early childhood teachers. Write the first letter of your grade school teachers, as you would remember. Write the letter of any other teachers you had when you were young. Maybe they were Sunday school teachers. Maybe they were music lesson teachers. Okay? Maybe they were coaches under the age of, say, 12. Okay? Now, write the first letter of your siblings. Or sibling, whatever. Write the first letter of your cousin or cousins. You can go up to second cousin if you want. Okay? Write the first letter of your aunt or aunts. Write the first letter of your uncle or uncles, the first letter of their name, Write the first letter of the name of your friend or friends. Write the first letter of your enemies or those who ruined your life. Okay, you have several letters written down, I'm sure, on your notebook page. Now keep that notebook page. Hold it tight because I'm gonna ask you some further questions. Moving on. Write the first letter of that person who was at the checkout. Perhaps you got some gas or you went to go get groceries. What's the first letter of their name? What was their first name? Do you know their name? Or you just go to get gas and you didn't look and pay attention to the names, okay? Write the first letter of the name of the person who first stepped foot on the Titanic the week that it sank. So you're paying attention to those little details? Someone was paying attention. Write the first letter of the name of the person who designed the English alphabet. Did you write it down? Do you know who that was? Okay. Write the first letter and name of the person who returned home the night of September 11 when he called in sick. The night the Twin Towers fell in New York. What was his name? Or her name? It's the first letter of their name. Write the first letter and name of your future grandchild that will be born to the child that is in your womb. Okay? So you got a child in your womb right now. What's their grandchild going to be named? Okay? Write the first letter of the name of your 8th great-grandchild that will be born to the child that is in your womb. So that child that's in your womb right now will have a grandchild. And what will that 8th great-grandchild, that will be your 8th great-grandchild, what will their name be? Okay. Write the first letter of the name of the boy that drowned, which your grandchild who was born to the child is born, that was in your womb right now, that will die in the place of the boy drowning on the river. So that sounded like the woman who swallowed the fly. Why did she swallow the fly? But you know, one of your children one of your grandchildren ended up saving a life in the future. Who was that? What's his name going to be? What's his first letter? Okay? He ends up dying doing that. What's his name? What's his grandchild's name? Write the first letter of the name of the grandson who will be born to the child that is in your womb and who will share gospel on the streets of New York. Write the first letter of the name of the grandson. And he will share it, and he will live the gospel, and he will never go aside. What's their name? That'll be maybe, 50 years from now? I don't know. Okay, now look at those letters on your notebook. You wrote down several letters. Now if every one of those letters was a love letter written back to you, waiting in heaven perhaps, or actually here on earth, would you want to throw away any of those letters? Would you want to throw away any of those people that wrote those letters? You couldn't write down some of the letters? I asked you some questions that were kind of confusing, and historical facts that are so minor and small no one pays attention. Well, those people were people too at one time. They boarded the Titanic too. That's a small detail, isn't it? You think those people had value too? They were numbered, they were counted. If you eliminate what it is today, you will never have those letters tomorrow. Those people that boarded the Titanic, the names of their letters were written down. Their names. Okay? Eliminate what it is today. You will never have those letters written down tomorrow, so the letters of their name are written down. Some things we don't know, even in our past. So some people don't know the little details of the past. Okay? And in our future, we don't know what the future holds. Okay? Do you know the name of your future grandchildren if you have future grandchildren? Okay? Do you know their names? But we can make our present better than the circumstances we are given right now. Okay? Letters of shame that are on us right now can be taken away. He, the King of Kings, can take those shame away and can be turned into letters of glory. Okay? He knows the hair of your head, so he knows the bright future a child could possibly live. But it requires only one thing: repent and believe in the life that he gave for you and for the child to be. He has a better plan for you than you could even give yourself, and for your child. He can make a future better. He alone can do it. You have to trust him. Even if you and your child only live a humble, simple life, it is still a life worth living and preserving. You can eliminate the fear and the hatred of your child's future. But I cannot do that for you. You must most likely need to know the future is bright, and he is in the future to protect you and your child. Find someone who can pray with you and help you with your condition locally. Say within an hour drive, someone can help you overcome your fears. List 10 older women. Write down their names. They have letters of their names. They have a name too. Do you care about them? They care about you. List 10 supportive friends. Do you care about those friends? They care about you. They need to support you and your future and your future child's future. Okay? List 10 godly women who you may not know personally but have godly behavior. List those local women down. All you need to do is ask, and your future can be bright.